And so I find a big difference is a great opportunity to learn.
And we have NJT SA's Mallory. So tell me, Mallory, how long have you been painting?
Well, to be honest, I don't really know when I started painting, but this was actually my first time painting on stage. In jazz band, and I played trombone. So that's how I got into it. And so I just took what I learned from playing musical instruments such as piano and trombone and other brass instruments, and tried to mimic it with my voice. And that's pretty much it.
Then we have the lovely Aya.
Well, I've been dancing for a while, and I know it hasn't been a big part of I've gone to college, so every opportunity I get, I'm always to go all out when dancing. I guess that's
she seemed pretty well-rounded. She could dance, she could paint. She got it all. So, can you tell us about how you started painting and or dance experience, ballet, jazz?
Well, my lovely parents over there. They enrolled me in dance classes when I was 4 years old in Contestant, New Jersey. From there, I danced for 14 years in the studio, and I remember in second grade, they once asked us, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I said, an artist. So I've been in art school since. So that's really how I've formed talents.
Yeah, girl, you're talented!
Thank you, Lisa.
Then we have Denise Rendor. The most amazing ballroom routine I've ever seen before. Did you see that flag? And then I also looked on the ads that she's part of Rhythmology. So, is that true?
Tired. Rhythmology dancer.
Well, that's okay. But please tell me more about your dancing career.
My dancing career. I used to dance for Project B and mythology, and ballroom dancing, but honestly I owe it to my fantastic partner Craig for being such a great partner, and I think it's support from my family or friends that keep doing my passion. Thank you.
There's also a questionnaire, and I have 6 numbers on paper. So guys, you can start. Listen up to go.
Okay, who's number 1? Okay, that's Aya.
here's your question. Alright, are you ready?
Yeah.
Filipino women, especially in mainland Philippines, are advertised many times to have fair skin. They say the whiter and more mestiza, the better. Some women even undergo cosmetic procedures such as skin whitening. What are your opinions about cosmetic surgery, and how would you inspire young Filipino women to embrace their image?
Well, I think that our Filipinos' perception of beauty comes largely from post-colonial deconstruction of, when we were invaded by the Spanish and the Americans, and we are a young country, so we are continually and gradually honing our own perceptions. And my view of cosmetic surgery is that, it's your choice, but at the same time, we need to educate our women, and we need to start really to open discourse on, our perception of beauty, because we need to realize that us as Filipinos, either a mix of Chinese or Spanish, we need to love ourselves and stop looking to other countries for their perceptions of beauty.
Hi Denise, how are you? Hi Josh. Right? You ready? Okay. So do you believe that transgendered women should be allowed to compete in pageants and successively as winners actively represent their titles in the public eye? Why or why not?
Thank you for the question, Judge. First of all, I'd like to say thank you to my F3 family for coming out. I don't think we should discriminate on gender from entering pageants. They are who they are. They want to express themselves with femininity and the kind of person they want to embody. So why should we discriminate and hold that against them? I believe they should enjoy pageants and express themselves for who they are. Thank you.
Thank you.
So here's your question. There are 5 million Filipinos living in the United States, 1 million of whom are undocumented. The immigration reform question affects the Filipino community at large. If you could sit down with President Obama for one afternoon, what would you say Filipinos need the most regarding this issue?
Regarding this issue, I would say, if I were to sit down with President Obama, that first we need to integrate them into education easier. Also, in the case with undocumented workers, I know for a fact that right now in Louisiana, there are 70 undocumented workers that are actually going through human trafficking. And right now, there are lawyers that are working on their behalf. And I feel like if I were to sit down with President Obama, I would tell them to shed light on the issues happening with the Filipino American community. And once you shed the light on something, you can't do anything but let it shine. So basically what I want to say is that education and treat people better that have immigrated here from the Philippines.
Thank you.
Hi, Lisa. How are you living? You all right? Yeah. My question is, currently, the Philippine Supreme Court is analyzing the constitutionality of the anti-cybercrime law, a piece of legislation that aims to reduce cybercrime, but will also obstruct freedom of speech. Describe in your opinion why free speech is or isn't important.
Thank you for the question. Growing up in the United States, obviously we're taught that freedom of speech is something that is so very important for us and something that is a defendable right. I also believe that freedom of speech is something that's important, not to the point that it causes acts such as racism or discrimination or illegal acts. But I do believe that everyone is entitled to their freedom of speech, as long as it does not go above and beyond acceptable standards.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alyssa. Okay. What's up? Miss Mallory from NPIT.
Hi Mallory, how are you?
I'm good.
Okay, my question to you is, if you are invited to the wedding of Prince William and Kate Middletown, what Filipino gift would you bring and why?
Well, I would have to say that I would have to bring some sort of item of food because our cuisine is something that I really love very much. It's one of the things that I love about the Filipino culture. But specifically, in terms of food, I think I would bring lechon. Because it's something that's not so common in an area like the UK, and it's something that so many Filipinos love, and it's something that I think other people should experience and give a try to. Salamat po.
Hi Trisha, how do you feel right now?
Good, sir. Thank you.
Here's my question. Do you believe that Filipinos born in the United States should learn how to speak and understand the national language, which is Tagalog, or just know how to understand it and why? Sure. Do you believe that Filipinos born in the United States should learn how to speak and understand the national language, which is Tagalog, or just know how to understand it and why?
I do not believe it is a requirement for Filipino Americans born in the United States to know how to speak the language. However, I do feel that if they understand the language, that will be an advantage for them. Language, however, is not the only aspect of Filipino culture that one should have to focus on. There are other things such as food, hospitality, and mannerisms in Filipino culture that
a Filipino American can learn about. Overall, I do believe that it will be beneficial if the Filipino American understood the language. However, I do not believe that they will miss out on what Filipino culture is about. Thank you.